Good morning. Tell you what, the conservative America feels downright down right now, and I know they do, but however, it will not be held down. It feels like chaos is the new order. From chaos, we get rebirth. Folks, I posted that on Facebook yesterday, and I got all kinds of responses following the election. You know, so many people feel like the United States is doomed to collapse. Our way of government is going down the tubes. The American people have become nothing but a country of freeloaders, gimme, 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 and all those things that you hear. They feel like President Obama is a socialist. He's going to take us down the socialist byways, and who knows, this all may be true. But you know what, I find it difficult to believe that we as an American people will allow that to take place, because we have rebounded from so many different atrocities that have taken place against this country. We have rebounded against depressions, recessions, world wars. We've been through it all. We have terrorist attacks, 9/11. Some people thought that the whole United States was going to be under attack and was going to go to utter destruction from there, and we've rebounded. And folks, I just can't help but believe the American people are stronger and better and more determined than what we give ourselves credit for being. You know, the election was hard. I hate the results, but they are the results. And while I'm sitting here trying to accept it, I know in reality we're going to have to live with it for another 4 years. I also face the reality that it happened because our former government allowed it to happen. The very same government that we love allowed this to take place. See, I'm one of those that are sitting back this morning saying, if you believe in the Constitution of the United States, if you believe in each individual has the right to vote, if you believe in free speech, the right to assemble, if you believe in the very words of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, then you have to accept the results of this election. Don't have to like it, but we have to accept the results. But we don't just stop right here and wallow in our sorrow, wallow in our defeat, become mongers of fear, mongers of hate. If you don't like the results, what you need to do, just like generations before us, is sit back, regroup, reorganize, and look to the future. Now then, what do we do for the next 4 years? You know what? The conservatives still have control of the House. There's a lot can be done with that control. Should we gridlock everything that's going to be taking place? No. That will ultimately do more harm than good. We have got to do something with our budget. Somehow, conservatives have to get with the administration and come up with a budget that can work over the next 4 years. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to solve all of our problems, The main thing is we have got to have a budget. We got to get our economy and our debt under control. If it means we have to do some things that are hard, then we may have to swallow a pill for the next 4 years and make this country work. We have got to rebound. We have got to get our act together. All my conservative friends out there that are so worried about everything, well, you know, I hate to be crass, but it is what it is. It is because we let it happen. Yes, I say we let it happen. The conservatives let this election go. And why I say that is very simple. Look around you. We have become a party, a group that is strictly doomsday envision. It's got to be our way. It's got to be 100% our way. We have become, in the eyes of the public, okay? Now, I'm not saying this is reality. I'm saying this is what people see us to be. The public sees us as being warmongers. They see us as being non-compassionate. They see us as a party ripped apart without organization. They see us as a party of angry white men. They see us as a party of religious zealots. They see us as a party of extremism. They don't see their leftist regime or their leftist motives of being extreme, but they see us that way. Now, here's the big issue. It's not the far left that believe that. It's those that's right in the middle between the two parties, between the two major parties. Those right there on that line, they are the ones that are seeing this. They are the ones believing this. We have people in our own organizations, our own county groups, our own state groups, our own national organizations that believe that we do not need to be inclusive. They may say we should be a party of inclusiveness, but that's not what's happening. The conservatives have to work together. I have seen over the last 2 years a split in local state party or groups that have just been amazing. When I say amazing, that is not a favorable term in this case. I'm saying I see groups that should be working together that have splintered off into 5, 6, 7 different groups, all doing their own thing, their own way, having their own separate goals. And folks, that's what cost us this election. This is happening not just in our state. This is happening all over the country. It is happening all over the country. The conservatives have to reorganize. We have to look at reality. The reality is we have what we have. Now, we don't have to accept it, but we have it. What we've got to do is get over it, reorganize, regroup, come up with a new plan, and move forward. This may sound like an oversimplification. I don't think so. I think it's just that simple. We got to fight the internal battles. The battles we should be fighting are those that's going to save this country. When I say save this country, I literally mean that at this point. I believe our country is in deep trouble. But it doesn't have to fall off that cliff. Just like the fiscal fight that we have right now that's coming up at the end of the year. That does not have to happen. There are ways to salvage it. There are ways to keep that from happening. But are we willing to stand together and make it happen? Are we willing to bend a little bit like a tree in the wind so those limbs don't break? Who wins if we allow the worst things to happen when we could bend just a little bit and maybe salvage the ship? Right now, I think there's a lot of soul searching to do. I think we as conservatives need to get our act together. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing. And just like my comments right now, there's going to be a lot of those that think you have lost your ever-loving mind, if you ever had one. But folks, reality is reality. Life is life. We must face those things that we cannot change. Remember the prayer? Remember the prayer. Change those things you can change, and we've got to work with those that we can't. But as I'm looking at what all has happened, folks, listen, there's nothing that has happened that can't be changed. We just have to make it happen. We have to swallow this pill, get over it, start anew today, not tomorrow. We must start over today. Well, an oversimplification of a deep, hard problem, but I just didn't want to get too deep this morning. I'm still a little tired myself from all the race, the political season. But just a few reflections off the top of my head. And I'm sure all of you have yours too, and we'll be discussing them. Have a great day. You can join me every morning, 8 to 10, on the PD's Best Place for Talk, News Talk 970 WJMX, where we talk South Carolina politics. And hope you will join me, and we'll see you again tomorrow.